him earlier talking about how fun it is to drive right now. And this year he has won almost all of the tracks on concrete. It's really, him and his team have really figured out what they need on these concrete racetracks.
One thing that can really mix this deal up, though, is if they catch the tail end of this field and start getting back into that lap traffic like we saw earlier. And that can kind of get all these guys seized up, and no telling what you'll see then.
Carl Edwards looking back at Casey Kane. Edwards broke that 52 race winless streak at Michigan back in June. Now Casey Kane there in the 9 car has a 28 race winless streak, and he hasn't won since October of last year at Lowe's Motor Speedway. But the 99 Dave is the guy to beat right now.
And Doc, just to add on this discussion, Crew Chief Bob Osborne, one of the things he told me today when I was checking in with him about this race was that there isn't a standout car this weekend, and you guys just talked about if Carl gets into traffic. Bob knows that the 99 car is a little better, but that a lot of other cars, including the 9, have been its equal this weekend, and that traffic could really make the difference. As long as Carl has clean air, he's in good shape.
Now these cautions have been playing into Carl's hands because he gets these short runs. He can pull out ahead of Casey Kane, but then if they catch these lap cars, though, it's going to mix it up.
Real good battle here for the 8th position, Bobby Labonte and Kyle Busch. Here's a good side-by-side battle.
Now here's one guy that really didn't want the caution flags because he gets some momentum, he gets passing some cars, and this is Tony Stewart I'm talking about. And now he's trying to overhaul Ryan Newman. Tony wants this thing to run out for a little bit so he can start getting his car running faster and start catching these guys. We got action everywhere right now. The 5 car of Kyle Busch under the 43 of Bobby Labonte, bumping and banging and coming out of front straightaway.
Yeah, it's 8th and 9th on the left of your screen. On the right of your screen, the battle of 12 and 20. That's for 6th position.
It's like this high line is definitely the preferred groove. And these guys on the bottom are getting frustrated, though. You see Tony Stewart now trying to get clear, and he can't get clear of that 12.
More on Kyle Busch. Alan?
Yeah, it's really quite a rally for this 5-team, Doc. They pitted just before that caution flag waves a little bit earlier at lap 369 and got trapped at the tail end of the lead lap. That meant they were just in front of the leaders. They stayed on the racetrack, stayed in front of the leaders, got another caution, came around, rejoined the end of the field, stayed out again twice more to get their track position back in the top 10. This could lock Kyle Busch's place in the chase, perhaps tonight.
Great run for 2 nights in a row by the 5 car of Kyle Busch. How about Kevin Harvick, the 29 car, back on the lead lap? He was a lucky dog, now being shown in 18th position and moving in on his buddy, Juan Pablo Montoya.
Kevin can't do anything stupid right here, though, because he's sitting right there as they run. He's sitting in 12th spot in the points.
You know, the thing I think is so amazing, why the fellas that always have problems together find themselves running side by side. This is a big racetrack. I mean, you would think one of them would be at the other end of the track, but they're side by side. Juan Pablo Montoya and Harvick, 2 guys we talked about for the last couple of weeks who just don't like each other.
Can cooler heads prevail here in the final 17 laps at Bristol, which is very atypical for what happens here in the final laps at Bristol. Whoops. Almost some contact there.
I wouldn't want to stick my finger between that right front fender and that left rear quarter panel. It might get ripped off. That thing's awful close right now. Kevin Harvick's just been toying with him. He's kind of like, I got him in my gun sights. If I want him, I'm going to get him. But I'm going to stay patient right now.
That's 17th, 18th, 19th is Jeff Gordon. He wiggles a little bit on the lead lap.
And Andy, you got to believe with the rear bumper missing on the 24 car, that's probably not going to hurt him a lot. But the back of that right rear quarter panel's bent in, and that creates downforce. He's probably loose now.
It's probably not going to hurt him too much, though, being as we're on a short track like this. Doesn't seem like the aerodynamics will really kill you at a place like this.
31 car trying to make a move. Jeff Burton was a lucky dog 2 cautions ago. Now he is up in 14th position and racing Robbie Gordon for 13th spot. We talked about how impressive Juan Pablo Montoya was in qualifying, starting on the outside front row, and how well he has run on a very tough high bank short track like Bristol, doing a heck of a job against a veteran short track racer like Kevin Harvick.
He's done a great job throughout the night. You know, Chip Ganassi and Felix Sabates brought this fella over to run their stock cars, and I got to believe that he's exceeded everybody's expectations.
He's doing a great job here, and he doesn't have as much to lose as Kevin Harvick. So if I was Kevin, I'd just be playing it cool around him right here.
Yeah, those two have stayed away. I know we've talked a lot about it, but you know, they've been pretty good to each other throughout the night. Montoya just barely touched the wall a little bit, but you know, one thing I've noticed, these cars are like bulldozers. You just can't hurt these things.
10 laps to go at Bristol Motor Speedway. Carl Edwards is the leader by 1.4 seconds over the Dodge of Casey Kane. Clint Boyer is third, Kurt Busch back and fourth, and Tony Stewart now all the way in the top 5.
Boy, Carl Edwards has just really checked out on Casey Kane. And early in the race, Casey just led more laps. He's probably led all year long here tonight. Had a strong car. Watch the 42 exit here. Into the wall just a little bit. Barely scraped it. Nothing, not enough to hurt the car.
I don't even think it slowed him down.
I don't think it did either. He's got some right front damage from that last caution, that wreck he had. The one with Jimmy Johnson was out. But look at Tony Stewart.
It's a great battle for fourth. 7 laps to go. Tony's going to try to get all we can get right here.
Boy, Tony's car has really come to life here in the final 75 laps after really struggling back at about 20th spot the first 150 laps tonight.
It's a battle for fourth place right now, and Tony Stewart just got it from Kurt Busch. So Kurt was a little loose getting off the corner off of turn 4 on that last run just then.
Here's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now remember, he's trying to get in the chase, and he needs to get by as many people as he can and try to get as many spots, particularly this guy here, the 2 car.
It looks like that Kurt Busch is struggling just a little bit right here late, but he's not going to push it too much. Well, it's just like when I say that, they make contact. Both of these guys have a lot to lose here.
Back up front, Carl Edwards trying to pick up his second win in 2007. The 99 car. There's traffic ahead now in the final laps. We saw last night that Jeff Burton early on, even with the best car, can be taken out when things happen here on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Edwards trying to work slower traffic.
Absolutely. You know, in the Busch race, Jeff Burton went to the top side of Eric McClure, remember, and the right front tire blew out, so anything can happen. Carl's working this thing really easy. We've got 3 laps to go. He can see the checkered flag here shortly if he keeps his fenders clean. He's running up on traffic right now, though.
3.5, just be easy, nice and smooth. Coming to the white flag, buddy. Coming to the white. He's still 15 car lengths back.
That's Bobby Hudson, the spotter for Carl Edwards up on the roof, just walking him through these last couple of laps.
Carl Edwards could lock himself into the chase for the Nextel Cup if he hangs on and wins it tonight. It would be his second win in 2007. And Carl Edwards will come down and take the checkered flag out of turn 4 as a winner in Bristol, Tennessee. The 7 car spins around. Robbie Gordon is here on the final lap. There's contact. Casey Kane will finish second. Great run for Clint Boyer in third. Tony Stewart all the way up to 4th position, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. rounds out the top 5. And there's Robbie Gordon, the car that had the contact on the final lap. Let's show you what happened to Robbie here just a moment ago.
'29 car, Kevin Harvick gave him just a little bit of help, and again, Robbie holds on to it. He has got incredible car control, guys, and he did a good job saving that thing again. But what about Carl Edwards, our in-race reporter? Brought it home tonight. A domineering performance throughout the night. Great run.
He loves his concrete.
He does, Andy. He's won about all the concrete races right now, and gotta love it.
All right, here comes the signature somersault. The fans love it. Carl Edwards on the door, watching backwards. Jamie's down with crew chief Bob Osborne.
Bob, Carl said the first time you guys raced here, he was worried about this COT. How did you get it figured out and bring it home to victory here tonight?
Well, I got to thank our engineering department and Ford Engineering. They put a lot of effort into this racetrack, coming up with an entirely new package for us. And it worked great right off the truck. We're really happy with it. I can't say enough about our engineering department, how much they've turned this COT car around for us.
Well, you heard Carl come over the radio and say this is the biggest win of his career. Guys, I can't wait to go to victory lane and hear what he has to say.
Jamie, the very first car of tomorrow win for Ford. It is the 8th career win, or 6th career victory, pardon me, for Carl Edwards. The young man from the Show Me State. He's from Columbia, Missouri, and boy, did he show him tonight. Our NASCAR Nextel Cup Series action at Bristol Motor Speedway is being presented by Pennzoil. Not just oil, Pennzoil. By Toyota, moving forward. By Lowe's, for all your home improvement needs, Lowe's. Let's build something together. And by Sprint, featuring NASCAR Nextel Cup Series updates at Sprint Speed. Sports Center coming up next. You'll be able to hear from several of the drivers who competed here tonight. And talking about competing here tonight, what about a Sports Center highlight for this man? Carl Edwards picking up his 2nd win of the year and first ever in a Nextel Cup car at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's go down to Dave.
And Carl jumps off the car for the 2nd time tonight. The first time was a traditional backflip. Well landed again, my friend, but looked like tonight you just had him covered.
Man, this is the biggest win of my career. I cannot thank Bob Osborne enough and all my guys. My pit crew did awesome. And thank my fans for sticking behind us. That means a lot. Office Depot for sure. Everybody helped me. Dwight Laxton and Howard Hall, Mike Mittler, and all the folks who helped me coming up to win here at Bristol. I think it's everybody's dream. I'm going to be in Columbia tomorrow for Sam Russell. My good buddy was injured. We're going to have a bicycle ride at State Farm Insurance. So come out. I don't know if this is going to sink in, man. This is the night race at Bristol's 500 laps, and we won it.
Not only did you do that, Carl, you locked yourself into the chase for the Nextel Cup in 2007.
Unbelievable. I am living a dream thanks to Jack Roush Fenway, Office Depot. Anybody out there who's got a dream, just follow it. This is, I don't even know what to think, man. It's emotional to win this race. It's just, I think, like I said, I watch this a lot. I think every short track racer out there is dreaming about this. My little brother's racing tonight, and I know he's watching. And this Mom, Dad, Kenny, I love you guys. And to win this race is cool. We're back, you know.
What more can you say? Carl Edwards wins at Bristol. Alan?
With 2nd place finisher Casey Kane, you led 305 laps tonight, but once Carl got by you, could you just not get back to him?
No, we couldn't. Those guys did a good job. They beat us at the end. We dominated, I think, the first half. The car was really good, and we just got a little bit, car felt good still at the end. He was just cutting through the center a touch better than me, and we run 2nd. So it was good. It was a great weekend for everybody at Gillette Evernham. These teams did a great job. Everybody stepped up, and it's the first time we run good with McDonald's on the car. So it's nice to get a Dodge Avenger up front with McDonald's on it.
Casey heads to Skagit, Washington to race in the charity race with Tony Stewart Wednesday.
Well, the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series event at Bristol Motor Speedway is history, and the magic of Carl Edwards, he wins it here. Back to wrap it up in just a moment. Back in Bristol, Tennessee, take a look at the point standings. The top 5 drivers will be locked into the race to the chase. Dale Earnhardt Jr. there in 13th spot. Gained some points, only 158 back by finishing in 5th position. Now, let's hear from Dale Earnhardt Jr. with Mike Massaro.
And just what Dale Earnhardt Jr. needed in this race for the chase, a top 5 finish. And, well, this boosts you up a little bit in points, but still looks like you got a long way to go.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. I had a good night tonight. I just run 500 miles of Bristol, so pretty stoked about finishing 5th. And Sunday off, baby, finally. All you guys, every time ESPN does a race, it rains our Saturday night, and we have to race Sunday. This is about the worst week ever, having to race on Tuesday. My guys come out here Friday and all day Saturday at 95 degrees out here working all day long. I'm proud of them. They gave me a great car. Proud of Budweiser. My whole team did good. I'm real proud of them. I enjoyed myself tonight. We got by the 2 there at the end. I wanted the top 5. And that was nice to get.
A lot of people paying attention to this race because of the reconfiguration. How did it affect the racing out there from your perspective?
Well, I thought, we ran the top some. The Busch race, the top was great, what I could see. We ran it some tonight, but at the end, the bottom was where you needed to be. And I don't know why that is. Goodyear brought a hard tire because you know they wanted to make sure it was a good, safe tire, and it was, and we managed with it. Maybe they dialed the tire down a little bit, get a little softer. The top may come in. I don't know if that's the answer or not. I'm just speculating, but it's got a groove up there. We just couldn't find it tonight.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. brings it home 5th, guys.